she's still eating, as you can tell. Good afternoon, dear viewers. It's time for our second in the DC FanDome movie trailer reactions. This one is going to be The Suicide Squad. Now, say what you want about the first one. A lot of people didn't care for it. I personally thought it was pretty good. I thought the costuming was great. And this one will be directed by the same guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy, James Gunn. So if there's one thing, both these films, James Gunn was able to do well in Guardians was bring this group of characters together. And Yep. If we can get Vin Diesel just spouting like 5 different words because we are Groot, I am Groot, but do that and translate that into every language available for the movie, that is pretty impressive. And so I have full confidence in James Gunn with this property. I think it's going to be, if not anything, it will be a lot of fun. And that's what I really want, is just something good and fun. And this one I have not seen. Is going to be a little behind the scenes action, but it's also going to be showing us footage, and Margot Robbie is going to return. And I think good. Jai Courtney might return as Boomerang, Captain Boomerang. And there's also going to be, there are rumors of a David Ayer cut of Suicide Squad, who did the original Suicide Squad. And it didn't come out the way he wanted it. So we'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. But let's stop dilly-dallying. And aren't we proper here? And get to the Suicide Squad. It's not just Suicide Squad, it's the Suicide Squad. Kind of like Clone Wars and the Clone Wars.
Okay, hit it.
It. So we're seeing
I think it's going to surprise people. You kind of sit there and go, how did they do that?
Who's the new Deadshot?
It's going to be different from any superhero movie ever made.
That's James Gunn. Polka Dot Man. Harley Quinn.
There's no one better in the world to direct the Suicide Squad than James Gunn.
Actually,
I was excited with an opportunity to be able to do the Suicide Squad in the way it could be done from my point of view.
This one is completely unique. This is a gritty 1970s war movie combined with the brilliance of James Gunn's characters and comedy.
You need your director to set the vibe.
The Suicide Squad is just a twisted fantasy of characters.
Within each of their characters, there's a certain beauty. Within most of them. Some of them are just pretty crappy through and through.
Be like a douchey Captain America.
The guy who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he needs to kill along the way.
Okay, I got it. Don't ever settle back like you think you know where this is going, because you don't. As soon as you have some sense about what's about to happen next, James comes in.
Everyone's exploding. Genitals, heads, arms, legs.
It's like a big, massive graphic novel brought to life.
This is by far the biggest movie I've ever made.
I think you know what to expect.
King Shark.
Don't get too attached.
This has been truly the greatest, most exciting journey of my life making this film. Cut. That was great.
Marvel gets blamed for it if it succeeds. Because Marvel, there was this huge movement trying to get James Gunn fired from Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because of things he said on Twitter years ago. And again, we all say things in our past that we want to take back. I know I have. But some people
Can't get over it.
on a particular political side, one of which being Ted Cruz, wanted James Gunn removed from not only Guardians of the Galaxy, but he wanted him to be filed for like certain charges to be arrested. Oh. And Marvel fired him from doing Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because of it. And as But they've since rehired him back, but he's going to finish this movie before he does anything for Marvel.
And this movie comes out?
2021. Idris Elba, you remember Will Smith's character, Deadshot?
Mm-hmm.
He's the new Deadshot.
Okay.
And he played Heimdall in Thor. You know, the guy who had the huge sword and could tell where everyone was?
Right.
That was Heimdall. And since they kind of killed him off in Avengers Infinity War, I guess, like, his contract with them is up. So, like, yeah, he can now be in DC. And he always did say that working for Marvel was a bit of a pain, to put it lightly. So, if we're not going to get Will Smith, he is a great contender. And he was even considered to play a black version of James Bond.
Wow.
If anybody could do it, it would have been him.
Okay.
But it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of action. I like what he said, like a 1970s war movie. And it definitely looks the part.
Yep.
And remember, the Suicide Squad's main goal is to do tasks that the government doesn't want to do. And they're all villains, so nobody cares if they live or die. So it's going to be a lot of fun, knock on wood. And hopefully we're going to get a David Ayer cut and see what happens with that. But I'm definitely going to be looking forward to this one. Aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
And I doubt we're going to get any Lego sets for it, though.
Huh.
Because do you think Lego would honestly put something called Suicide Squad onto a box and market it to children? Hey, kids! Great for ages 6 and up. Suicide Squad! This shark eats people!
Oops.
But I think they might make a few sets that have those characters in them, but not necessarily make a movie tie-in set.
Okay.
But on to the next one, and just one more that I know of that will do for today.
And I'll be done with my burger by then.
And after this one, I will have my supper. Anyway, stay tuned for that, and hope you enjoy.